All right, so it is, I want to say 5 o'clock ish, somewhere around. My phone's broken, so can't really see it. But, anyways, it's about 5 a.m. in the morning, Eastern time zone. This is Shiny Melody coming to you with another video. I'm just going to just go right on in with what took place. So, I already mentioned that my children's father and my older sister are basically the main characters in this story, right? And that's basically, because the real main characters would be like the OGs, right? If you will. The ones that kind of coaxed my sister into this thing, you know what I mean? Or should I say not coaxed her into it, but kind of kept her steadfast in what the goal was, right? With the family, keep it all in the family kind of thing. Anyways, I don't want to go back that far just yet. I want to talk about what I am currently undergoing, right? I am currently being attacked. I am currently, since a lot of people always speak on, oh, you shouldn't speak about the past. It's a new day. Don't speak about the past. Don't worry about it. Everything's passed away. Everything. I know it sounds good. It sounds good, and I want to take that encouragement. If I was not directly under attack today, that would work, right? But I am a realistic person. A realist is what I like to call myself. And so I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat something, whereas I have begged these people to leave me alone. Okay, I have I always try the peaceful route first. That's just me. I've always been that person. I love to try the peaceful route first, right? And then when I'm fed up enough, action, you know? And so this is only one form of action here that I am willing to take, being as though not one person has tried to hand me justice. Not one person has tried to see where their errors are in this story. At least they haven't come to me. If they have, probably come to grips with such knowledge, I have not heard anything from anyone directly. And I am very highly offended. Not just offended, but I'm hurt, right? In more ways than one. To know that a person would see someone just living their life and, loving life and decide, you know what, I think that's the one we should destroy. That, you know what I mean? That right there is like, wow, nonsense, right? So like 1,000 degrees, like what, So I laugh off a lot of things. It's not that funny, honestly. But I do laughed off. I do laugh off a lot of things. It's just my personality. It's just how I have learned to cope throughout the years of being attacked, and so forth and so on. So we're going to start where the attack began for the current attack, right? Just the current attack. Oh, we have many attacks to talk about. But we're going to talk about this one in particular, where I forgot to set my timer again. Alright, so I paused the video because I totally forgot to set my timer again. However, we have it all together now. Not sure if you can hear the mic. Hopefully it's not too delayed or anything like that. I'm still trying to get it all together again. Once again, I have been off of social media for quite some time, and I was a newbie when I was on social media before, so it's funny that here I am again, a newbie all over again. I do hear a little echo, so I guess, I guess I'm good, for the mic part. Hopefully you can hear me. And I will continue. So yes, So, as I mentioned, with the fact that I understand my so called family being either a part of or the actual society that I mentioned, I want you to know, let's speak on warnings first, okay? Anyone, once again, that is currently, presently, past tense or future tense going through these experiences that I am going through or anything similar, right? I just want to give warnings at this point. For my own, through my own experiences and my own observation, right? That's the only way you'll hear my little voice speaking, honestly, because usually I am a quiet person. I do not like to speak unless I have something important to say. So yes, I want to make it clear for anyone that may think that this society is just something, mythical, right? Oh, don't mention them. We don't talk about Bruno type ish, It's definitely something to open your eyes and ears about, okay? To see that, okay, I'll get into how I figure, excuse me, I love my hair, but sometimes it just does whatever it likes. Yeah, so I want to say my life, right? That betrayal that I spoke on, my life has been attacked in more ways than one. I don't want to keep using that word alone, but yeah, implemented in many ways. It's not even a word I'm looking for. Implicated in any ways. That word, whatever it is. Yeah. Infiltrated. That's the word I'm looking for. I did the duck lips and everything with dry lips. Oh my goodness. So getting back to the serious point. Yeah, so I want to just make it clear that if you think that there's one area that they will not attack in your life, you are so wrong. If you think, right? If you're going through what I'm going through, right? Because like I said, I thought, oh, that's just my family. Oh, that's my childhood friend. Oh, no, that's my classmates from way back when. Oh, no, that's my employers. That's my landlords. That's my this. That's my that. Sweethearts, when they want you, they will go into every aspect of your life. And like I said, trying to unalive me in more ways than one before actually trying to unalive me, right? Finances, okay? Yes, going within bank accounts, taking small amounts out a little bit at a time. You're like, that's interesting. Yes, we're talking cab companies. It's a lot of people that have, they know that they're guilty of breaching the HIPAA laws and sharing very personal information where it should not have been shared, right? But when you are a secret society acting as an entity, right, an independent entity, you move seamlessly throughout the world. You are respected for whatever religious views that you choose to pretend that you're doing, and so forth and so on. Or maybe they do have those laws, right, or those beliefs, and they stand on them. But it has to be more than just words, right? Actions. The things that I have learned behind these attacks, or these people coming to attack me, lets me know these people are not to be respected. They are not to be honored. In fact, they are to be very broadly outed, if you will. They are inhumane. Indeed. In action, in word. Okay. So yeah, don't think that they will not attack. Oh, they'll attack this part, but they're not going to attack that part. Oh, they won't attack my children. Oh, they won't go into the hospitals and try to get doctors to give me diagnoses that don't make sense. Oh, no, they won't do. Don't believe it. And this is where they're able to then call you schizophrenic, because of how seamlessly they're able to move using the what? Corrupt power around us, okay? Around them or in their presence, right? They're able to move seamlessly, okay? Literally, just completely. Right now, I'm going to speak, since I said right now, we're going to speak on current attack. Right now, I am living in an apartment, okay? I moved to this apartment after being, I will explain, right? When you hear eviction, you're like, oh, it was your fault. I know it sounds like it. It's okay if it is, if it isn't. I'll explain my story, my side of the story, and let you all decide on your own to come up with your own opinions, your own, whatever, so have you. But this is my truth. This is all I can give you. What happened, what truly took place. I'm always open to disciplining myself, chastising myself. Always, if I'm wrong, girl, you got some work to do. I'll tell myself with a quickness, I got some work to do. You know what I mean? Oh, this is where I need to tighten up. This is where I need to fix, so forth and so on. So that's my way of God judging me. You hear it all the time. Oh, only God can judge me. Well, that's my way of conviction. That's my way of being convicted, should I say. I completely will look myself in the mirror and definitely fix me. Or even, like I said, when I'm telling my story, you're going to hear the grimy parts. You're going to hear the parts of where my thoughts weren't all so positive, right? You're going to hear those. You're going to be able to experience it with me if you're willing to come along within this story. And also, once again, only if you relate, I'm sure, you'll want to follow along. However, I will continue. So right now, currently, I discovered I want to go into detail, but I discovered a tunnel directly under my apartment. Right now, as I'm speaking, there are vehicles that are able to get into, I guess you say hackers. I thought they were in my basement. I'm on the first floor, so I thought they were in my basement, right? I wish I would have continued. See, that's why I got to tell my story. It's so hard for me to tell parts and pieces of a story without going back to that part. Oh, no, because that part and then that part. Because it's always like a detail missed somehow. And even when I do that sometimes, because I'm going, I can't stand the way my nails look right now. Excuse me. But, even when I do go back, and I mention those small details, I'm like, man, I still missed something. It's possible when you're going from memory. And that's what I'm going from, complete memory. Once again, telling the dirty parts of my story, the parts where it's just like, oh my gosh, I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have done that. But I did, right? It happened. This is on the timeline of what took place. So even my weaker points, even the parts where I'm embarrassed, where I will cry, I don't mind putting my dirty laundry out there in this manner, because that's the only way to tell the story as the story is, right? So yes, just wanted to clear that up. and, continue. So yes, currently. Now, for anyone that's like, oh no, I have to say allegedly, I think. So there's allegedly a tunnel underneath me. There's allegedly a vehicle right underneath me as I'm speaking. There's allegedly those same vehicles that have hackers, that contain hackers, which are able to shut down my full devices. I mean, completely, like shut down the entire system. They've done it in the past, but I didn't understand that I was being followed in that manner. I didn't understand that I was being surrounded by actual hackers, right? So forth and so on. There's also more to it. Excuse me, I don't know what's going on. My thing doesn't wanna. Okay. Anyways. So yes, my devices have been attacked. That's one reason why I haven't been up here speaking. Because I'm like, every time I turn on my computer, they're all up in it. I have to keep restoring it. Every time I get on my phone, I have to find ways to get back into my own phone without having to take it to the darn tech place and then wiping the whole thing and the whole factory reset kind of thing. One of my phones did happen like that. They knew I had recorded them, so they ended up wiping everything out. And at that time, I was a novice in who they were and even where they were located. I had no idea they were not in my basement. I kept saying to my landlord, hello, I'm hearing things in my basement. No, sweetheart, you're hearing it underground. Yes, actual voices, actual conversations. And we're going to keep going, right? Because we're not done. So I'm going to have to unfold the story once again. I can't just, mention one part of the story with it. It doesn't feel honorable to me. It doesn't feel like I am honoring the story as it is. The word honor keeps coming up. Doesn't feel like I am telling the story as it is, right? If I leave out any details, it feels like I'm omitting information. That's the word I'm looking for. So yeah, I don't want to omit information. I want to completely just, tell the story as is. And it's really difficult because I'm reliving the whole experience again, right? But my warning is, if you're feeling any type of vibrations underneath you, I want you to be really, really, really honest with yourself, okay? Because I'm on the first floor and I can feel everything. I can feel every little movement. I began to notice somewhere throughout this story as I'm telling it, that I was being followed from room to room. So this is me using the bathroom, minding my business, and I will feel that rumbling, tumbling underneath. What are these vehicles there for? What are they doing? How are they trying to harm me, right? Literally. That COVID-19 thing we talked about? I'll get all the symptoms from these people being underneath me. So it tells me that, like a lot of us suspected, that that's a man-made sickness. Clearly. If you can push this into my system from underground, from the sky, from wherever they're, being able to push these germs into our system, it's clear it's man-made, right? Another thing, cancers. I'm hearing a lot more of stage 4 cancer happening, right? I personally was diagnosed with cancer I want to say 3 to 6 months after I had my first child. I was diagnosed with HPV and then diagnosed with cancer. HPV, not HIV, HPV. Once again, and I say I will tell those dirty details. I have no problem dealing with my children's father. I would run to the Planned Parenthood every chance I got because I was scared that I was going to get sick. I'll explain that in more detail. That's not the part that I want to handle, though. We're going to talk about more of what the unrolling of, or unraveling of the details of where I even discovered, or how I even discovered that I am fully surrounded by those who are dangerous enough to push sicknesses into my body somehow from underground, being able to, like, basically keep me sick, right? They also find a way to keep me drowsy. So I have to start where my children's father and my landlord linked. I know. I'm surprised too. It happened. This is what I mean by the fact that they are able to seamlessly move throughout the world. Because what? Corrupt officials are willing to help. Okay? I'm going to end it here. I am not on the 30-minute mark yet. I'm on a 20-minute mark. But I am going to end it here. And then I'm going to open up again. Please forgive me as I am having a hard time just unraveling the story itself. Because, man, it's hard to tell your story when, once again, you're reliving it all over again. I am going to... I forgot how I ended the other one. So I guess I'm just going to end it. Hopefully my videos get better as time goes on. Right now I'm just speaking from a place of trauma, a place of, I had to impulsively get up here. So that's why my hair is, looking like it's looking. My face looking like it's looking. I'm just looking like I'm looking. And I thought I was about to get some sleep. And I felt that nudge to get up here and tell my truth. So I'm doing it. I'm doing it, and it is 5 a.m. and man, I'm tired. But I'm here. And one thing about me, I have to, I guess I'm going to keep going, huh? I'm a Pisces. And one thing about Pisces is we procrastinate. So the one thing I learned to work with was, is impulse, right? Impulse is usually known as a negative thing. But for me, it is known as a positive in my life because I use it for those things where I know good and well I am not going to do such and such, so and so, because I'm also perfectionist, right? And so it's like, I'm not doing that. I'm not delivering trash to nobody, right? And so I will sit here and I will study and I will write down notes and I will really try to make whatever I'm doing so perfect that time flies. And in the midst of it, things are going to likely get worse in my situation, because we're talking about being attacked and being set up to be unalived. Right? Like, you don't procrastinate on that. But honestly, I guess that's that one part of me that I have to fight. And I fight it with impulse. I tell my children the same thing. Use impulse for the things that you know you truly need to do right now. You might not have it perfect. Just start. And that's what I'm learning to do. So that's why I look like I look. And sound like I sound and whatever, so have you. And I'm tired and all, but I'm here. And I'm hoping that my story really helps someone else. Really, really, really helps someone else, because I know I cannot be the only one going through it. I've looked at other comments in the past where I'm like, man, I'm going through exactly what they're talking about. So I know I'm not the only one. I just hope that you're bold enough, courageous enough, to honest enough, with yourself, to speak on it, and hopefully we can all band together somehow and make it even, make that justice happen for us, right? So any other time I would present myself a whole lot better. But I had to just push myself to do it. I was about to go to bed. So yeah. All right. Now I'm coming up on the 30-minute mark. But I'm going to go ahead and end this video for now. And the next video, we should be unraveling everything.